You know something? It's been a hot minute since I've done an actual speed run on this channel, so why don't we take today and fix that? Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS, player of games, speedrunner of some, and there are some people who have reached out to me in the comments saying, if you are a speedrunner, why do we not see you speed running? And I thought that was a good question. So today, I'm going to show off to you the Mario 3 randomizer. It's basically Mario 3, old school Nintendo game, but played completely differently. It's something I think I'm pretty good at, although one thing that's going to be different, I'm actually going to have to use an emulator. My capture card is kind of not cooperating with me lately, so going to mix it up. Hopefully that won't mess things up too bad. Now, you're probably wondering what a randomizer is, what it changes, how it works. And I'll show you via, well, what I've got right here, which is the randomizer menu itself. So in Mario 3, you can change basically anything, the order of the levels. You can add lost levels. You can also shuffle up the fortresses, the bosses. Over here, you can determine how many hit points the bosses have. And also, Mario. So Mario is typically a red boy, and, well, with everything going on in the world, I feel like sticking to any one color would not be fun. So we're going to go with changing Mario. That means anytime anything happens to Mario, he's going to change color. Also, we are going to randomize the music, because you got to randomize the music. Yeah, look at this. This is everything that we're going to go ahead and swap here. Now, how do we make the game? Well, we click on New Seed a couple times, just to make sure that I get one that I've never seen before. We click Generate. It tells me that it has been made, and I will be back in a minute as we get ready to get started with the run. Okay, so what I've got over here, oh good, I did point the right way for a change. What I've got here is the Mario 3 main menu screen, and we are going to be tackling Mario 3 as fast as possible with everything mixed up. I've never seen this before, and actually, I do have a list here on my phone of things I wanted to talk about, because I think this could be something cool that we do moving forward. Speedrun and chill. I'll speedrun a game. We can just kind of talk about all sorts of random stuff, and maybe do like an AMA, If there's anything you want me to answer, I'll have plenty of time to do it while working on this run. I'm actually just checking here to make sure all of my audio and stuff is where it needs to be, because I don't want the world music to be completely blown out. You can see below me, this is my timer. This is where I've got everything ready to go. If you are having fun here, if you dig this run, you can always feel free to subscribe to join the good times. They are getting better every day, and it has been unreal so far. So with that, oh man, I think I'm ready. I'm slightly nervous, I'll be honest with you, because again, not used to playing with the randomizer, but let's get into it. It is the Mario 3 rando in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, I can't hear any audio. Why is that? Oh, I bet it's because I muted it. Let's do this. Command, audio options. There we go. Okay, so I've only lost a chunk of time so far. Starting about 12 seconds behind, but I gotta get my audio right. There we go. Okay. Oh, hit the wrong button. Off and running. All right. So, yeah, you're gonna see enemies in places they wouldn't normally be. That's usually a Koopa, not a Goomba. Again, more Koopas there. Need a mushroom. That's how you play. And this is working better than the one I did yesterday. Oh, shoot. At some point, I should drop in footage of the bad randomizer from yesterday, because it turns out that was how I found out that everything was broken. I recorded the entire run, and the audio was just a disaster. If you've seen my video about, like, Bottabone and the worst fake speedrun ever, my audio was equivalent to theirs. It was a whole scene. And this, well, I was about to say this is going well, and then I got hit. Random music, of course, means we've got the World 2 Overworld theme. While we're hanging out here, that's better. Got a mushroom, so I can try something cool for you. Hey, it worked. Yeah, so a lot of those tight tricks, I don't know how they're going to hold up as the run goes on, but I'm going to try my best, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so, I guess a good place to start for this run is, who am I? What do I do? Not to get the Terminator memes going or anything, but I'm a radio guy, and I was a streamer for a really long time. Never really got, that much of a following. So I decided to make YouTube videos, and those have been doing better, which is, oh shoot, a lot of fun. See, if I'm not humble, I waste too much time talking about myself, the game notices and punishes me accordingly. No, see, even the music messing up here too. I'm starting to think it's my computer. It makes the music a little bit funky, a little bit crackly. 1 and 2, boom, boom, and 3. Oh shoot, that's not good. Because the way I got stuck there, I was really worried. But yeah, so I work at a small radio station in Illinois. I work at a pop station and a country station, basically, because we have multiple stations in our building. Oh, this level stinks. So, in the randomizer, all of the auto-scrollers are taken out except for 2, because basically the way the platforms spawn in this game, you can't make it... It's a weird double negative. You can't make it not auto-scroll, because if you do, then all these platforms despawn, and it's impossible to make it to the top unless you essentially have a P-wing. I think you can do it with a P-wing. I've never tried to play it the broken way before, but... Yeah, so this is a little bit slow. Yeah, I hate seeing this in a race because it takes forever, and oh, brother. You do not want to see this guy either, because he shoots fireballs, which is funny because it's the vanilla enemy. Like, you see a lot of those in the actual regular game if you get that level, but man, are they not fun. Yeah, and then races, the way they work for these is you just get given a seed, basically, you know, a couple seconds before the race starts, and you and your opponent play the same game. I wanted to have a deathless run, was not expecting that there, and got bopped. Okay. There's no power-ups in this level, so the Hammer Bros are going to be a little difficult as well. Shoot. All right. This is actually worse than the last run I did, because last run I did, I died twice. That'll work. Hey, a cloud, and I missed the power. Of course. All right, well, at least we got a cloud. That means if we run into any levels that are particularly difficult, can always just skip them. I'm gonna play it slow there. And I think, oh, those fire bars are not gonna be fun to deal with. Oh, brother. Get through there, thank you. No angry sun. If you remember this level from the original Mario, chances are you remember the angry sun. I'm gonna do a little trick here. Because you don't want to get 3 stars. If you get 3 stars, you get 5 extra lives. That's kind of slow and takes forever. So in the speedrun and in the randomizer, we do a little like dodge backwards to save. I don't remember the exact amount of time. It's less than a second, obviously, but it does save some time. All right, this is going about as well as it could. I mean, I see I'm a little bit behind already, which stinks because World 1 is supposed to be one of the faster worlds. Oh, he's stomping the ground there. Don't know what happened. Apparently his hair is spikes. So if I die again, I'm going to need to swipe a power-up from somewhere because this is already a rough start. But you'll notice I'm trying my hardest not to blame it on the controls, even though that is typical speedrun strats and exactly what I'm feeling right now. Because I'm used to my old dog bone, like NES controller. All right. And yeah, every time Mario does anything, he's changing colors. That was bizarre. There we go. I do not know what I am doing here, so this is kind of a mess already. I was thinking about what to do. I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing, you know? But back on my stream, when I used to stream almost every day, and the worst part is I'm going to use that even though I don't... You know what? I'm not going to use that. It's a good item, but I can save it for the final Bowser. All right. I need to take a second to remember how to play video games. That's the way, though. When you start speedrunning, you find that out almost immediately. That as soon as you try and make it official, you will immediately have problems. There we go. You can get him in a nice little, like, trap here, and you're good to go. which I thought I did, oh boy, the first time, but apparently I didn't. Enjoy the screen shaking while we wait for that, and we find out that we're behind a minute and 47 seconds. Okay, so I was telling you I'm a radio guy. I do YouTube stuff for fun, and basically the reason I started doing reaction stuff was because I like watching videos anyway, and I'm one of those people that will text videos to everybody they know, and I will be, I'm the one who is constantly like, you gotta check this out. We gotta watch this, like get on, not get on FaceTime, but like you have friends come over, you're like, we should watch all these YouTube videos together. These are also quotes, by the way. All of the between level things are either famous movie quotes or famous just different stuff like that. And this is, oh, this level stinks. Boy, this is a not fun seed, my friends. That was my own stupidity, though. Thank you. Yeah, this is one of the levels you hate to see in randomizers because this underwater part coming up, that's good. A flying fish, multiple flying fish. These enemies here can be anything. And often, yep, they can be those, the ones with the tails that will shoot their tail at you. And I've got problems. Yep, and I'm dead. Wow. I'm going to use a cloud there because I don't... Oh, no. Oh, at least if I game over, the world will never see this. Hey, a 1-up. There we go. Yeah, if I game over, this would go the route of the first run, and I would just delete the heck out of it. Although the first run, dude, the first one was really good. It was like almost a PB for me, which is super rare. And then the audio is a complete and utter disaster. And a star. Thank you, game. All right, I feel good. For those of you who are still hanging out, I've actually started to play the game a little bit. Whoop. And we're underneath. And out the door. The good part is because I beat the level here, I won't get warped back to the beginning and lose my cloud if I game over. But again, if I game over, oh boy, this was going to go in the deleted footage file and be the worst thing ever in the history of ever. All right. Oh, something else I took out of these. The card game. You might be familiar with the card game from when you played Mario growing up. Hey, it's Big Boss Bass. The fish that can eat you no matter what. Yeah, you might be familiar with the card game where you can get a bunch of items by matching cards. And that's not in the randomizer because, well, it would make it way too easy. So I take it out. And actually, a lot of the tournament races will take it out as well in some of the later rounds. Just because they figure at that point you should sort of know how to beat the game more or less. This level's pretty easy. You just get the leaf, you get the turtle shell, fly up here. You pray there's no enemies that snipe you while you're up at the top. Because you can get those, again, like those flame bar enemies that wrecked me on that one level. They can be up there, and you can't see them coming until it's absolutely too late. Maybe I should have gotten the 5 extra lives, huh? Hoping we get hammers throughout this run, because hammers will break rocks, and they break locks. And they make life go much easier in the course of the run. There we go. All right, a P-Wing and a bonus leap. Not quite the 1-up I was hoping for, but hey, we're in there. We're rolling. That's always the case in randomizers, by the way. You run into some trouble, and you just hope that you can get back on, like back in the swing of things. You beat 1 or 2 levels, and you're usually pretty good to go. All right, that's unfortunate, because that means we can't just warp to the end. In World 3, those pipes appear in random spots and take you to random places, with one of them taking you to the end of the world. So the goal is to get a world free where the first level location is the pipe and the first level location takes you to the castle. That's how you save a lot of time and get like really, really fast seeds. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to lose a little more time here because the game is making us play the game, which is never fun. Actually, that's not true, man. Playing Mario 3 is a great time. I recommend you follow, like, the Haxor or Grand Pooh Bear if you're looking for some Mario players that are really, really good. I don't think... I know Grand Pooh Bear is not doing randomizers, and I don't think the Haxor and Mitch Flower Power are. The thing is... Don't mind me, I'm just getting hit by everything. The thing about them is that they're actual top-tier Mario 3 runners, so they play the real game. And meanwhile, I am just sitting here kind of losing time. But again, I'm trying to keep things as authentic as possible and not, jump cut to any seeds that are magical or amazing, because that's the big thing about this channel, right? We do everything sort of blind. We just go in the dark and hope for the best. And that's going to be the case here. Since I've got the P-Wing, I can skip a good chunk of the fort. Jump and flap up over the top. I might get to show off a really cool trick here if I don't get hit. So, I'm going to get hit. Wendy always has so much health in the randomizer. 2 more rings incoming. 1 and 2. There's the hit. But we made it through in one piece. Wendy is the bane of my existence in runs. If I lose races, it's typically because I'll die on Wendy. Like, the boss levels are not consistent. So when you get the flat part, sometimes it can be the jagged one that we saw in the first fort, and against her, jumping around and stuff like that, it can be just an absolute nightmare. And also, something else that's been a little unique, that Lion Koopa said, turn me into an Oscar Mayer wiener. I'm mashing buttons here, trying to get through this quickly. There we go. A Tanuki suit. And World 6 is one of the longest worlds, typically, in the course of a randomizer run, because you never know where these pipes are going to drop you off. That was pretty good. That's actually really nice in terms of a pipe location. For that guy too. I was hoping he would despawn himself, but he didn't. Star, that'll help. This is another world where it's rare because there's so many level locations, but if you got absolutely lucky... Oh, that's not lucky. If you got absolutely lucky in World 6, it would take you straight to the end. And we got most of the way to the end, which is nice, because it means we don't have to mess around with the pipes too much. And a 1, and a 2, and a skiddly-diddly-doo. There we go. Oh, I remembered that bonus leaf earlier. I thought I actually got a bonus leaf and got really excited for a second. But no, the bonus leaf was just in the level. Break the lock. There we go. I'm gonna do this. Sometimes those hammer bros will decide their planet needs them and just fly away. We got a star. Not particularly good. I'm hoping for another cloud or a hammer because we don't have... No, come back! Oh, it ran away. That stinks. Because we don't have a cloud or a hammer right now, skipping things is a very difficult proposition. And you want to be able to skip levels whenever possible. Ooh, Battle Lake here. Missed the jump. But that's okay. Because I can still, as the Tanuki suit, I can turn into the Tanuki and try and avoid some damage. That worked. It was a little unnecessary, but I had fun doing it, so it's okay. That's the thing about speedrunning. As long as you're having fun... Oh, I missed the jump. As long as you're having fun, who cares, right? Play whatever games you're going to have fun playing. Do the things that you are going to have fun doing. It's so weird. I'm nervous because, normally on my streams when I would play this... Hey, there we go. I'm going to waste a little time to go back and hopefully get a hammer. On my streams when I did this, I would play for like 9 people. And knowing now that I'm submitting this video to almost 10,000 people, I'm like, oh boy, this is really something. We'll see. Hopefully you enjoy it as I get hit for the millionth time. All right, we got a cloud. So that could be worth it if we get to skip another one of those really tricky levels later on. I will be very happy about that. And one of these should be a pipe. Ah, but another lock. Interesting. That means there was another fort somewhere. So I'm playing this level now because I don't want to deal with the side that has the lock. There we go. Up and over. Should be able to get a couple of those. And we're right at the end. Whoa! But I missed the fireball there and I got nervous. Boy, we did not get favorable music this time. I gotta show off some of these at some point. Because I have hobbies, my friends. apart from just playing video games and hanging out and reacting to stuff. These bridges can be broken sometimes, and that's when World 6 gets really terrible, because you have to go through looking for the fort that builds those bridges. Actually got a little bit lucky. It's rare you save time on World 6, so I'm pretty happy about this. Not happy that the music's kind of doing its own thing. So for the audio fidelity people out there, I apologize. Getting shielded by his balls. Ah. Trying to kill him with fire. Oh, no. Okay, good. That got a little bit tricky. But once I get this whistle, there we go. Split. And, yeah. So what I've got here are actually a lot of Vaporwave cassettes. This is, yeah, St. Pepsi, Late Night Delight. I like a lot of different kinds of music. That's bizarre. I think it's because at work, I have a tendency to play a lot of, like, pop music. You know, I listen to a lot of pop stuff throughout the day. So it's nice when I get home to listen to things that don't have anything to do with that world. And so when I get home, right, like I like to, oh, this stinks. This is just a garbage set of levels here, but it's okay. Oh, and then it's the level where you can just run right, and I picked the frog suit. Go, frog! There we go. That'll work. This is a level that typically tests your reactions. Because sometime, yep, see? There's always one of them. It'll be a little bit difficult. That's one of the lost levels. You won't see that in regular Mario 3. They found lost levels in the code, and they put them back in, which is really cool because it makes the, you know, it gives you more levels to pick from, so it makes this a lot less boring, I think, anyway. But yeah, Vaporwave is one of the music genres, I guess you'd call it, like that I listen to when I'm not at work, because it's so different from anything that is at work. This is going to be messy, because I killed the bass. So it's going, I knew it. I was like, it's going to respawn at some point, and I'm just trying to... Now, oh boy. That's what I wanted. I was hoping it was going to be another leaf, but it was a star. Had to make it interesting. Jump! Okay, good. It didn't respawn. That was nerve-wracking, because it can absolutely respawn right at the end and eat you. If you've ever seen somebody play a crowd control randomizer before, that happens to them frequently. Someone will spawn a boss bass as you're walking off the level, and it can eat you as you're leaving. Take that mushroom. I'm a little bit out of practice, so I can't do this room super fast. There's a way that if you get speed here, you can get under that guy. But again, because I'm a little out of practice, and with the emulator, I'm kind of like, I may just... Swear I hit circle, man. I swear I hit circle. Either way, I'll waste a star here just to get through this part without having to worry as much. Although, fun fact, you cannot go up a pipe when you have a star unless you have P-Speed. Because Mario does that little flip when he jumps. And because he does the flip, you can't get through there. I'm going to be very nervous if I get the airship, because I worry about the... jumps. They're super precise. Kind of like that, but the entire level is that. Oh, I wish I wasn't to the red. Oh, man, the Lost Run. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe at a certain sub-level, I'll release the Lost Run. The only problem with the Lost Run is the audio from the game is a disaster. It's completely broken. Oh, this isn't great. And, of course, airship. Literally right after I said I don't want to do this level. I can try the safer jumps. The thing about speedrunners and speedrunning is you learn a way to do something, and if you have to mix it up, it can get really complicated really quickly. Because your brain just gets that muscle memory of like jump, jump, move, and almost there. Airship was one of those levels I hated as a kid because the auto-scrolling in it is so annoying. Like, it takes so long, and then the dudes throw so many wrenches at you. Like, I remember around when I graduated high school, that was when I beat this for the first time. It was in the 2000s. But that was around the first time I beat this, and nice. The airship was what kept me stuck for like 2 hours. It just kept dying there over and over again. I'm gonna play this fort. It's an fort. Not the one I thought it was, but it's still an acceptable one. All right, do a little of that, a little of this, a little of that, and then... Oh, of course they're all walking fireys. There we go. If you have a P-Wing, there's a really cool thing you can do there, where you can, because you bonk your head, but Boom Boom doesn't get high enough to hit you, you can just float above him and do the maximum damage like, really quickly. All right, so what worlds do we still have? We've got World 2, we've got World 7, which World 7 can be like the worst thing ever. Let me try and get a little cool thing here for you. Nope, this is the wrong airship for that. Never mind. You'll have to see the cool thing later. If I get lucky enough to do it. You can do a backwards jump there. That's kind of fun. It's all these little things you learn to do just to amuse yourself over the course of these runs. You know, because I've played probably close to 1,000 of these. So you just have to find ways to keep yourself, like, entertained. And I will reach for my water occasionally because why not? There we go. It's important to stay hydrated. So, I was talking about Vaporwave. Also, I love OC remixes. Normally, I listen to OC remixes when I play these. But I wanted you guys to have the original audio, so that's what I've got going. OC remixes, if you've never been there, ocremix.org. It's one of the coolest sites ever because they have... What'd I get? Tanuki suit. They have, like, really cool versions of songs. I don't know what to tell you. They have remixes, obviously, of Nintendo game tunes. And it's kind of hard to explain other than just take your favorite song from your favorite game. Somebody's probably made like a Eurobeat mashup to it. Somebody's probably made like a DDR-style techno remix to it. All sorts of really cool things you can find there. And there used to be... Oh, man, I gotta tell you the story. So there used to be a website called Ormgas. ORMGAS. And they would play on loop every OC remix. There's like, I think 3,000 of them now. They would play every single one of them on loop. And their site was coded in such a way that you could rate every song. So when I was in college, I would come home from class every day, put the stream on, and see if I could rate every song or every OC remix that there was. I got over 1,000, I think. Although it was funny because it was one of those situations where I found myself either rating songs 5s or 1s. And originally I was going to try and create the ultimate OC remix playlist. But, you know, life happens and you kind of don't get around to doing that. Look, I'm already losing time in World 5. The pipe should take us somewhere good, so we got that going for us. Shout-outs to The Wiz. We're actually going to do the trick from The Wiz. Or no, not The Wiz. Oh, why am I blanking on the name of that movie now? Was it just The Wizard? Because The Wiz is like Michael Jackson's version of The Wizard of Oz. And now I'm blanking on the movie that's about Mario 3, basically. Tanuki suit. Thanks for the call. All right, so that's good because that means that the lock that breaks can't be in the way. But man, does that sort of stink. All right, we can only skip one level with the pipe here. That is unfortunate. If I beat the fort, I could have gone straight to the end, and I just cost myself a nice little chunk of time there. That's the thing. That's the gamble when you play randomizers, is every decision you make could cost you a run because there's no guarantee that your opponent is going to make the same decision you made. And in this case, trying to get the item, hoping that I would get a cloud or a hammer, ended up biting me in the butt because I got to play 2 more levels than I would have had to play otherwise. And as you can see, this is going to be a little bit of a long adventure here, unless we get some short levels. Although, the game has been front-loaded with some of the tough ones, so maybe I can get some of the easy ones a little bit later. Sometimes I just take damage, because I just want to get through things. Like, you build up enough of a reserve of items that you're sort of like, who cares? This level's not too bad. This is the only part of this level that stinks. That is not your computer. That is not my renderer. That is just how slow that part is. Because you always get 2 of the multi-piece enemies there, and there's so much going on screen that the game just doesn't like it. I'll go up over the top. There we go. Hopefully the gameplay's been all right. I don't really talk that much about it because, like I said, a lot of it is muscle memory, except for the parts where I almost just completely donk. No. I had to check my items. This stinks. Oh, got him. There's a lot of instances where you can't kill fire bros from underneath like that. So that's why I was surprised I got him. Oh, let's do this. I'm going to blind cloud because why not? I'm going to P-wing because why not? Because I'm in it for the memes at this point. This is actually a good Fort 2 P-wing because you don't have to get the speed there and you can just go right up over the top. And like that, you're at the boss. Okay, I might be able to get the secret this time. Since I'm not fighting Wendy Koopa here. Okay, when he goes off screen... Nope, missed it. If Mario is high enough on the screen, the game actually thinks Mario is at the bottom of the screen. And when you fall here, instead of falling all the way down like I'm going to, it'll just cut to black and then go right to the end, which is really cool. All right, let's see what our quote is this time. I haven't talked much about the quote and quotables. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out for him. Let's see if it pays off for him. That is a shout out to Dodgeball. If you get any of these references, by the way, make sure you drop a comment below. Let me know. All right, World 7. World 7 is notorious because all of these pipes can lead you anywhere. Some of them can lead you home like that. Dang it. No, it didn't. I'll play this. I'll try and get an item here. Would you like an egg roll? Oh, shoot. Shout out to Big John, by the way, who was the one who developed that song for these levels. All right, there's a hammer. World 7 is next, so we might be able to use it. Might also be able to use it a little bit later in this world. The hard part is keeping track mentally of where you have been and where it's going to take you. See, there's so many pipes here, and remembering which one leads where is sort of the big key. That led to a dead end. So many locks at the end. Are you kidding me? What a joke. This is so bad. Like, and by bad, I mean this is really good. This is a really tough seed. I'm going to try going to the end here because I've got an idea. Ooh, that Vanilla World 7 music is... All right, it looks like the game's going to want you to do some backtracking. Just looking at where the locks are. Okay. All right, let's think about this reasonably here. So, nothing over here, I don't think. We're going to go back to the beginning. Oh, this is my worst nightmare, friends. This is actually, I'm going to do this. This is my worst nightmare, friends, because I worry anytime I play a seed that I'm going to get stuck in World 7, and it's just going to be a mess. And that's exactly what we've got here. Hey, that jump off of that P-switch, you have, I believe, 0.03 seconds to hit jump there. So, that's really cool. It's either 0.03 or 0.01. Or no, not 0.01. It's either 0.03 or whatever 1/60th of a second is. And there. Okay. Little trick here. If you run to the left, and don't do that. Ugh. Just kidding. Try that again. If you run here, when you get to the second candle after the door, that is where you go up, and you can find the pipe. Or you can just go up at the plus. The plus is the easier way to do it, but it's also slower. Up to the ceiling, up to the ceiling. Ooh. Of course it wouldn't be a good seed. Oh my goodness. Of course it has to be a tough seed. And this is after, by the way, I was playing in the Mystery Tournament. Mystery Tournament 15, and I actually lost this morning in a puzzle game. So these things do happen. It's process of elimination. That's how you get to the end in a lot of instances. Because it's truly random, there's not much of a way to game the system. Hold on to that block in case we got a big boss bass or random fish. That part's gonna be fine, so we're good there. This pipe should be progress. If it's not, I have not been paying attention, and chat is gonna be exploding with comments of people telling me that I very easily could have gone to the end by doing something. So, follow the pipe. Make sure the next leap is a leap home. There we go. I don't have a cloud. So what'll be interesting is which lock this castle breaks. Because if this castle breaks the lock that was by the other fort, it wanted us to do a bunch of backtracking. If it doesn't, then we're good because all I'm gonna do is just use the hammer and break that lock and be on our merry way. And hope for a free world 4, because this time, as long of a seed as this is, this time has also been pretty annoying. So, hopefully I can pick it up a little bit for you. Yeah, and the audio is kind of what it is. I have so many things here. I wanted to talk about Nintendo Power, but I haven't had a chance to yet. All right, that is good. So I can save the hammer. Take that star. This is a level that's notorious for having boss bass in it. And anything you get at the beginning that helps you through is very welcome. I disagree with that. Often you'll find yourself disagreeing with the game's decisions on things. That's part of speedrunning too. Thank goodness, didn't get the flower. Didn't get the flower of shame. So, with that, oh my. I almost don't need splits up at this point, but we're gonna go here. We're gonna music box to the end, gonna P-wing, and I get one more shot at this. Actually, another level that's okay to P-wing because you can just run over the top. So that worked out well too. As for P-winging forts, this has kind of worked out for me. All right, here we go. 1, 2, I think I got it. I'm fairly confident I got it. So instead of falling all the way out the bottom, it's just gonna snap and be at the end. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure Game Grumps played this. And there we go. See, that's the swag strat. And it took them several parts. So if it takes me 45 minutes, I'm okay with it. I forgot to split. I'm the king of the world. Everyone knows what movie that's from. If he dies, he dies. Ah, we're stuck. Watch this. So this pipe will drop us off. Not at the end. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do... Yeah, this is the right way to go. Because it'll only be 2 levels. So I'm backtracking here because when we look at the overworld, you'll see that there is a bridge that's out right in front of the castle. And what that means is that you have to do all of this work, essentially, to rebuild the bridge by beating a fort. Otherwise, you can't get to the castle. And hammers can't do anything about that, unfortunately. It's just one of those things that kind of is what it is. This is a cool level. Oh, shoot. I think this is a lost level, by the way. That was close. So stars kill these things. And that's what I was worried about. If you... Exactly. If you take a flying leap with a star there, you probably don't realize it, but you will kill your only way to get across that jump unless you have a P-wing. Because power-ups do stack. You can P-wing and star and then go into a level. If I have another music box, I can use it to put them to sleep. Oh, spiky! Always spiky. That was close. Playing things fairly safe here. I didn't need to take the bottom route to get the mushroom, but I wanted to just because this has been a fairly slow run as is. So to be able to get to the end as quick as possible is going to behoove me, or I guess as safely as possible, I should say. Ah, my nose itches. That's another thing that comes with streaming, by the way. If you are thinking about streaming, the second you go live, your nose will itch like there is no tomorrow. Do not have a second music box. Do some of these strategies here. All right, we're good. It always looks tricky, but I swear the best way to do Mario is just to run. Like, if you give the enemies time, it's the same with most games, I feel. If you give the enemies time to set up their patterns, you're doomed. But if you just fly through everything... Oh, did I make the door? Nope, didn't make the door. I've been loving these music changes, though. Actually, the colors are phenomenal. This is the first time I've used this to play, like, Mario 3. I have to use it for, like, different mystery tournaments and stuff. The colors are incredible on the, on this ROM that I'm using. I love it so much. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna star. Oh, should I P-Wing one more time for good measure? I'm happy that I have a hammer suit for Bowser. I'm hoping that the game is gonna show some mercy on me and give us an easy world 8, because that could make all the difference. And that's the other thing about having splits for games like these, is it's kind of weird because every seed is different. Just because my average time is 38 doesn't mean I'm going to frequently get 38-minute seeds, you know? Because some of them are just going to have you play more levels. Like, we didn't get to use any hammers to skip anything yet. So, this game is just going to be longer than ones where you can go straight to the end because you got super good luck. Or RNG. I'm a speedrunner. I should say RNG. There we go. Nope, missed it. That's I'm gonna get that little water. All right, yeah. So I need to do another one of these. I'm gonna call these speedrun and chill. I need to do another one because I've got a whole list of notes here, and I did not get to any of them. Because I was just I'm enjoying hanging out, man. I'm enjoying playing the game and showing this off to you all. If you want to play it, you can Google Mario 3 Randomizer. I think it's either the first or second result that comes up. One of them is for in-browser. The second one is the program that I showed you. That's a Star Wars reference. Do you want to hear a joke about potassium? Okay, I see you. All right, this is another pipe puzzle, by the way. Oops. There we go. Because you're looking for the pipe or pipes that are going to take you to Bowser's castle. And along the way, you're kind of keeping an eye on where you see different locks and things, because those indicate how many of the forts you're going to have to beat in order to get to Bowser. So we're going to have to go at least this way and take this out because our way is blocked. I'm beating this level to get through the path. I'm not even necessarily playing this to break whatever lock it's going to break. I love those little sneaky jumps there. Or like you just barely get through, even though the gap is a mile wide, but it looks like you're not going to make it through. Okay, in a perfect world, this pipe just to the end, and then we're good to go. But anytime you rely on RNG, it will find a way to let you down. Go. One more bridge. One more bridge we've got to build. So I'm going to hope that it is the sleepy fort here. Anchors are really cool. They give you random power-ups, by the way. All right. Fortunately, this is a little bit of a cakewalk here. The music is nice, too. I'm not getting the intimidating music. I just get regular level music. Makes me feel confident about this run, even though this run doesn't have a lot of reasons to be confident. There we go. But let me know what you think. If you've made it this far, I'd hope that you kind of drop a comment below if there's anything that you want to see. If you want me to do this with other games, there's a bunch of games I run, so I can always just kind of BS about random stuff and play video games for you. I would have zero problems with that, of course. All right, so the game wants us to backtrack. This will take us to Valley of Bowser. No, it didn't. And neither of the locks. I'm gonna take this pipe. See, this is where having paper comes in handy because you can make your maps. Okay. Playing the other battle tank was smart or skipping the other battle tank was smart because the other battle tank would have just been a regular level and wouldn't break any locks. So got through this pretty quickly. and over the top. All in all, this has been a good seed. It started out challenging, but it came through in the end. I gotta sneeze. Okay, the question is, do you gamble? Ooh, that was a gamble. Anytime you step on one of those little bloobs, they have a 50% chance of throwing you into a level, so that was a little creepy. We'll be able to find out right here. Perfect, we're good to go. There's one lock left and there's one fort left. That's all you need to know that we're good to go to the end. Now, I'm excited. If I can pull this off, I pulled this off in my vanilla run, so if I can pull it off in this run, I will be very excited. There's cool stuff you can do in Bowser's Castle. 3 and up, so Daisy. All right, we got nice chill music here. Missed it. Corners in this game are very odd, and you can get through that corner, which is kind of neat. So I mentioned corners being odd. Here you go, I'll bop that. See, right on through. This one is the big one, though, as far as I'm concerned. Never first try. There we go, second try. All right, we got it. So corners are weird. We're wedged in the wall. We're going to run. We're going to glide to the end. So I'll take this time to thank you all for enjoying this run and for, requesting that I do some speed runs. Boop, boop. And boop, boop. Bet you didn't know that. You can kill Bowser with hammers. Now I get to test my mashing skills. They're okay. Not great on this controller, but that'll do. And time. There we go. 43:36 again. Not my best run. Lost a lot of time there at the beginning to a couple tricky things, getting used to the controls again, but that was kind of cool. So I'll go ahead and say all of my goodbyes and all of that fun stuff during the credits. And once the credits are over, I will probably just throw to the outro. Because it was fun doing this. Like I said, speedrun and chill. We'll call that episode 1. The Mario 3 Randomizers, something I'm a big fan of. I'm also a fan of beat 'em ups, so I would be game to do more, I don't know, let's play, let's speedrun style content if you like. But you gotta let me know. Because otherwise I have no idea if this is something you're into or if I can just do more reaction type stuff. Gotta remind you, by the way, Technoblade, that video is coming tomorrow. A Dream video is coming Tuesday, but wanted to have some fun doing some kind of random stuff here today. This may end up being my longest video, just because the run took as long as it did, so that's kind of interesting. It shows the worlds, by the way, in the order you played them, which is also a really cool thing. I like that. My thumbnail's gonna have a different shirt than this one. This is one of my favorite shirts, by the way. But that's because I did the thumbnail yesterday in anticipation of being able to actually have that run up. And yeah, that was not good. So there we go. World 4 is the big island, and I think it'll say World 8. I always call it Valley of Bowser because I used to run Mario World. World 8, Castle of Koopa. There you go. We took Bowser out with hammers. 43 minutes. And that, my friends, is going to be the end. Remember, you can subscribe to join the good times. Stop by tomorrow. You know I'll have another awesome video for you then. But until then, I will see you for the salty run back.